these models, these new models are suggesting that we're going to see a lot more snow than we were anticipating. In fact, we could see quite a few centimeters in the downtown core, also out of Pearson. For example, some areas across the GTA could see up to about 20 centimeters of snowfall, and that starts up later on this evening. What we're starting to see, though, already is a cool down in the forecast, and that's because we're seeing a shift in wind direction, where we're seeing winds starting to come in from the west and then shifting to the north, and that northerly wind is bringing in that cold Arctic air, so temperatures are expected to fall to about -10 throughout the afternoon. I wanted to show you this because even though the GTA right now at this moment is not under a squall watch or warning, other areas are. Doesn't mean we're in the clear, though, and I'm going to get to that in a second. You're seeing that these areas that are highlighted in red, like London and up towards areas like Collingwood and Barrie, under a snow squall warning, they can see 15 to 30 centimeters of snowfall in these areas. Other areas that are highlighted in yellow are under a snow squall watch, which means that they'll see some snow squalls later on today. Now, what are we seeing in the city of Toronto and across the GTA? Well, new models are suggesting we'll see some snowfall starting up at around 9 p.m. In the meantime, from now until then, we could see a few flakes here and there, but it's really gets heavier after the 9 p.m. hour as those winds also start to pick up and get quite gusty, up to 50, 60 kilometers per hour in some areas. So we're expecting this snow to be persistent. You can see that there. And at times you're seeing it darker. You saw it pass, but you're seeing that it gets darker, that blue blob that you're seeing on the screen. And that's because we're seeing heavier snowfall during those hours. That's going to let up in tomorrow afternoon. So think about it. 9 p.m. all the way through up until tomorrow afternoon. Quite a few centimeters can fall. In fact, some new models are suggesting that, it could possibly be the biggest snowfall of the season out of Pearson, where, Pearson, the last time that they saw the biggest one-day snowfall was back on December 26th, and that was 12 centimeters. And we can surpass that because that Toronto number that you're getting, that's out of Pearson, and that's closer to about 20 centimeters of snowfall. So if we get that, that means we could surpass that biggest one-day snowfall total so far this season. So that's what we're looking at. You can see that areas across the GTA could get quite a few centimeters, like Halton Hills, closer to 15 centimeters. The downtown core, anywhere from about 5 to 15 centimeters of snowfall. This means that if this is correct, snow bus cancellations could be likely tomorrow morning. So this is something that we'll continue to watch for you. We'll continue to keep you posted and updated on the forecast for today. Temperature-wise, we reached a daytime high closer to that 5-degree mark today. You know what? That's as warm as we get, because in the next few hours, you're going to experience a dip, and a significant dip, where afternoon wind chills feel closer to -10. Overnight, we fall to about -12, and that will feel closer to -22 with the wind chill overnight. Right now, our current wind chill around that 1 mark. Now, our forecasted highs for the next 10 days, the warmest days will be Friday into Saturday, where we see temperatures rising to about 2 degrees on Saturday. Not bad, right? But next week, we cool down once again with that cold air just lingering. And the average high for this time of year is around -2. Now, our future wind gusts. Our future wind gusts are showing us some gusty winds coming in from the north. That northerly gusty wind is going to push in that cold Arctic air, but it's also pushing in some snow squalls over those open waters. So just be aware there are areas that are going to expect quite a few centimeters, and it could make tomorrow morning's commute quite messy, especially because of that blowing snow as well, those gusty winds and that snowfall we're getting. So be aware, take your time, pack your patience, give yourself some extra time, wake up extra early in the morning just to make sure that you're aware of this situation that we could be dealing with tomorrow morning. This is a look at your next 7 days. This is what we're seeing. Heading into the weekend, we could see a few flakes, periods of snow heading into Friday, but really the messy stuff will be within the next 24 hours, so just be aware of that. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.